Well, I think I'm starting to learn something about these Los Angeles Lakers. We never needed Mark Williams. We got Luka Dončić. We got LeBron James. We got Austin Reeves. We got Rui Hachimura. We got Dorian Finney-Smith. We got Coach JJ Redick. We got Jordan Goodwin. We got Vanderbilt. We got some fucking dogs on this team, man. And and it's almost getting to the point where every game, if you're noticing, we're up 9 to 12 to 15, sometimes more points in the end of every game as of late, for the most part. And then you have such great closers where you're never really nervous. I saw a tweet tonight where it said, "When was the last time you were this confident in this Laker team? When was the last time when it got down to the nitty gritty of a game you felt this calm about a Lakers team? Even with AD, no disrespect. Even with AD, when was the last time you felt that way? You can't tell me. You can't. What was it, 2020, 2021, maybe? Maybe? Come on, man. Come on, man. And so you already know, man, we're going to go over a couple key things from the episode. Excuse me, from the episode, from the game. It's time to go to bed. From the game, right? A couple key things that I really saw stand out. Want to break those down real quick. Do a few key awards that I feel like are people that really stuck out in the game itself. Uh, look over the game and kind of go from there. All right. So one of the main things that I noticed was that we were still able to be, for the most part, dominant against a not so good New Orleans team, right? A team that has Zion on it, right? If you want to put it like that. But other than that, don't have a whole lot going on. And the biggest thing, I don't think this is a win that you gloat about, but this is one of those things where you say you got the win you were supposed to get. You didn't go in there bullshitting and lose to them like you lost to Charlotte into Utah. You know what I'm saying? And so it was one of those things. And it's like you were able to be dominant this way with no Austin Reeves, with no Rui, with no Jordan Goodwin. And so imagine what we can look like in full form when everybody come back, everybody healthy, everybody feeling good. And hopefully that's by the time the playoffs get ready to ramp up, or like you said, even, these last 15, 20 games or so, that they can get back integrated, and like we can really start to build that like chemistry on a whole nother level going into the playoffs, right? But that was one of the first things I noticed, is that we're still able to be dominant even when we don't have all our guys in rotation, because everybody's bought in. JJ has a system where you can plug and play so many different people into that thing, and he's able to manage the game depending on who's on the floor. Now, granted, there are those times where we get kind of stale within our offense and things of that nature, and teams go on their little runs. It's just the natural law of basketball. But we have this bounce back about us now when it comes to the Lakers, to where even when a team swings at us and they connect, we can come back just as hard, right? And we haven't had that type of resilience and again bounce back in a long time, man. And it's refreshing to see. It's refreshing to see. Now I got a bigger question, but I'm going to ask that towards the end of this. Okay. Um, the emergence of the role players, man. Dalton Connect, man. We were starting to worry about Dalton, wondering if he was going to be able to get back to doing some of the things he was doing earlier in the season, and it's finally starting to kind of click for him, man. At least these last few games, it's felt like it's starting to click for him. Um, he's starting to figure it out, man. What would he do today? He had ooh, he gave you what did he give you? He gave you 13 points off the bench. Shake gave you 12. Jared Vanderbilt gave you 12. And I keep saying this, man. If Jared Vanderbilt start hitting that, and if he start doing that consistently, man, again, it's scary for people, man. It's scary for people out here, bro. So like, again, you got these dudes. You got Shake giving you 12. You got Connect giving you 13. You got Vanderbilt giving you 12. Like those are big things that you need from your bench. especially when you short, man. And so for them dudes to come in and be able to contribute the way in which they did, man, that was huge for this ball club, man. Huge for this ball club, and part of the reason we were able to kind of cruise to victory, uh, the way that we were, man. It was big for us. It was big for us, right? Another thing that I felt like really showed up in this game is our depth, right, and our ability to be able to adapt to the situation around us, right? It's just kind of like this next man up mentality where it's like you feel just as comfortable with Gabe Vincent at the helm running the show and Dorian Finney-Smith stepping up into the starting role as you do in Ruiz Austin there, right? Now, obviously, you want those guys there, right? I'm not going that far, but it's like we didn't miss a beat. We didn't miss a beat. We didn't miss a beat without those two and those two stepping in, and it's like that. I think that goes to the coaching, that goes to the professionalism of the players, that goes to a system that works if you buy into it. That's a culture, right? That I feel like JJ and his staff have set, and it's beautiful to see, man. Like that shit is beautiful. Like, but we're deep, and we're able to adapt to the situations, man. And the thing that been talked about so much lately is like our defensive resilience, right? That's why I said to open this show, we didn't need Mark Williams because what I'm noticing right now that's been working is like even when we're going to get some of these bigs, obviously we're letting them see a crowd, we're hounding them, but then also we're so elite on the perimeter where a lot of times these guards can't even get to the proper angles into the proper passing lanes to be able to make these entry passes or to do the things that like we're blowing a lot of stuff up. Like even I saw Vendo cut off a couple passing lanes, quick steals, throwaway heads. Like we're just so disruptive to where it's like you can't even get comfortable and get into your stuff that you want to, and it's causing teams hell, right? And so, man, it's been beautiful to see, and it's when we talk about it even more about because Bron is 40 years old and he's playing some of the best defense of his life. Which brings me to this next question: is how was LeBron not in the MVP conversation? How was he not in the MVP conversation this week? Right, at least he getting this at least he getting this notoriety. Uh, Western Player of the Month, right? Western Conference Player of the Month, man. In this month of February, he averaged 29.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, almost 7 assists, and we went 10-2. How is he not in the MVP conversation? Is it because he's 40 years old? Is it because what he's doing is just as impressive, if not more, than Jason Tatum, Giannis. I would even say he's up there with Jokic if you want to go that far. Shea, I get it. Shea hooping, but like, and I'm not saying Brian supposed to necessarily win, but why is he not in the conversation? And then I'll take it a step further. Big Perk earlier, I really appreciate what he said. On it was the NBA Today, I believe it was, where he said LeBron is the best player in the NBA right now. LeBron is playing like the best player in the NBA right now, hands down. And he's and then him and Luka are coexisting so well together to where you got Jackson Hayes looking like a superstar. He gave you 19 and 8 in the first half. Jackson Hayes. Now we talking about no disrespect to him, right? He's a professional. He's better than a lot of people in the world, but like still is Jackson Hayes. And he's looking like a professional. I mean, he's looking like a starting caliber center right now. And Luka said it in the post game presser. We're starting to figure out our rhythm. We're starting to see where he's usually going to be. We're getting our timing down, and it's starting to click. And it is, and it's clicking at the right time, man. But I need to know, why is Brown not in that conversation? He's leading the wins. He's efficient. He's playing great defense. He's scoring. He had 34 tonight. He hit 50,000 points tonight. 50,000 plus. Why are we still even having this debate about who the greatest of all time is, man? What are we talking about at this point? What are we talking about? Um, why is he not in the conversation? That's the perfect way to end it right there. Because again, there were so many things that were good and to like about this performance tonight, but I think it's a reoccurring themes that we continue to see over this team that's becoming their identity. Being able to adapt, right? Even when we're down a couple men and we're not even fully healthy right now, we're still able to follow the game plan, execute it at a high level, and win ball games and beat, especially beating the teams we're supposed to beat, and even beating teams that are pretty damn good because we're pretty damn good ourselves. Our defensive tenacity is elite to where the missing of a true big man would have only taken us even further. I really do feel that. I do believe that. I think it would have made us even scarier, but we're doing pretty damn good without one. Dalton Connect stepping up, right? Vanderbilt, man, if he can be consistent with what he's doing on the offensive end and match what he do on the defense, he's going to get a ton of minutes, right? We're pretty damn good, man. And last but not least, why is this 40-year-old greatest of all time not in MVP conversation when he should be? Y'all answer that for me and let me know, and we're going to stop it right there, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode of Skybox Conversations. Be sure to like, subscribe to the video and to the channel. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next time, all right? Peace.